This short video is to explain how the minimum night settings work within RMS. There are up to 4 different areas to control your minimum and maximum nights from. Starting with Tariff Types. If you choose to set your minimum and maximum night stay on the tariff type, this will stop the tariff type from appearing as an option when you make a reservation until the minimum and maximum requirements are met. 0 in RMS means that there is nothing set. Therefore, if you have a minimum requirement of 2 but no maximum requirement, simply leave the maximum as 0. Therefore, you would use minimum and maximum settings here if you wanted to stop your staff from being able to use a tariff type for a one-night stay that required a minimum of 2. Tariff periods are another way to set a minimum night stay. You would use this setting if a particular period, for example Christmas, had a minimum night stay regardless of the type of apartment or site that was booked. The Tariff Table allows you to set a minimum night stay for each day of the week, with a twist that the reservation must arrive on that night for the minimum rule to engage. Again, 0 here means that there is nothing set. Therefore, if you do not have a minimum requirement, you would leave the field as 0. This would be used when you have a tariff that has a minimum night stay of 2, but only for a Friday or a Saturday night arrival. Lastly, from the tariff availability chart. Here, you are able to manually override a minimum night stay on the fly by right-clicking on the cell and choosing Manually Override Min Nights. When it comes to tariff availability chart tariffs, this setting will override all others. So, how does RMS know which setting to use? When you make a reservation in RMS, the system will do the following to find minimum, maximum night settings. First, it will look at the minimum, maximum night rules of the tariff types to ensure that the minimum has been reached, but the maximum has not been exceeded. If the reservation nights comply, the tariff type will appear. Secondly, it will look to see if the tariff type is from the tariff availability chart. If yes, then it will look to see if the minimum nights have been overridden for the dates of the reservation. If so, it will use this rule. If not, it will look at the tariff table to see if minimum nights are set. If so, it will use this rule. If not, it will lastly look at the tariff period to see if minimum nights are set. If so, it will use this rule. If you have further questions on this feature, please contact your primary support person for further assistance.